Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv and I am an intern at Lexis and Company. So today in this video we are going to learn about contracts, and to be very specific we are going to address the topic essentials of a valid contract, and the term valid contract is will be the main focus of our today's video. So contracts are omnipresent in the world. They are not exclusively confined to the corporate or to the business world, but are present in each other's life irrespective of their profession. Therefore, the word contract, it forms an indispensable part of our lives, and every individual must be aware of the constituent of the contracts and the laws regarding the subject. We enter ourselves in a binding contract almost every day, probably even without knowing it sometimes. Now, if a person is buying some clothes from a shop, or taking a cab, or buying insurance for himself, which almost everyone does, then in all of these aforementioned cases, he or she is entering into the contract with the respective person or the organization. Now, here, with the help of this video, our aim is to answer the question that what is a valid contract, or what are the essentials of a valid contract, and we'll also go towards the difference between an agreement or a contract. Now, to start with our discussion, the first topic we'll choose its agreement. As we all know, and some of you must not be knowing, so let us go with it, that according to section 2 subclause E of the Indian Contract Act, an agreement, the word agreement can be defined as that every promise or every set of promises forming the consideration for each other can be said as agreement. And to explain this, we can say that an agreement is a set of statements between two or more parties where they create or tend to create legal obligation for each other. Now, because of this term legal obligation, we can say it as an agreement. Now, the following elements which we are going to discuss now can convert a set of statements into agreements, because agreements are nothing less but the day-to-day statements which we used when we do some binding contract, as we discussed in the above cases like going for a cab, buying an insurance, etc. So what are these set of statements? It can be, when it comes to parties, so it can be that two or more people or organization are required to be present in an agreement. It's a necessity that if there are two or more people, then only a contract or an agreement can be there. Second will be offer or proposal. Now, according to section 2 and subclause A of the Indian Contract Act, when a person signifies to another his assent for the same thing in the same sense as proposed by the offerer, this is known as the principle of conscience and idiom. Now, discussing the third point, which is acceptance. So, as we discussed above, offer or proposal by the offerer, now we need to do acceptance. So, according to section 2 subclause B of the Indian Contract Act, when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent for the same thing in the same sense which is proposed by the offer. Now, when the thing is accepted, so now it comes to promise. So, according to section 2 subclause B of the Indian Contract Act, when the proposal is accepted, it becomes a promise. So, as soon as the acceptor accepts the proposal from the offerer, it becomes a promise. And the last thing would be consideration. Now, consideration here is something that it is a price paid in return for the promise made by the other party to get one act done or omitted. Now we'll take an example here. For example, a kid goes to a nearby shop to buy a candy which is of 2 rupees. Then he or she enters into the agreement with the shopkeeper for the profession of that candy, and the possession of, because the possession of the candy is still in the hands of the shopkeeper, so the consideration for the shopkeeper was the money, and for the kid it was the candy, and in return of the money he or she got his candy. Now, with this example, we can move forward towards a very crucial statement, which is that all contracts are agreements, we agree to that, but are all agreements not the contracts? So the above statement distinguishes that the contracts from agreement, as every contract must be comprised of all the elements of an agreement, and contract should be legally enforceable. That is, in case of any default by either of the parties, the aggrieved party can approach to the court to seek remedies. Now we'll take another example, that a shopkeeper enters into the contract with a wholesaler for buying a certain amount of goods on credit, and then the shopkeeper fails to pay for the commodities which were delivered to him. Then the shopkeeper is liable here, and the wholesaler can sue him in court for breaching the contract which was made. With all these examples, we can determine that agreement is something which is promise or set of promises along with the offer and acceptance, plus the consideration of the involved parties must be there. But contract is something which only needs agreement plus enforceability of law or legal obligation. That's it, which is gone for the contract. Now if we take an example of the Balfour versus Balfour case, so where the wife sued her husband when he failed to pay $30 which he promised to his wife, who was residing in England for some medical reasons. Her actions against the husband failed because the court observed that there was no intention to create a legally binding agreement between the spouses. Hence the agreement failed the legal enforceability test and was declared as null and void by the contract and by the court of law. So now, coming to the conclusion, the aforementioned elements are the fundamentals upon which a valid contract exists. Any person or group of people or an organization which enters into a contract with some other party must comply with the prerequisites which are mentioned, and if the contracting parties fail to acknowledge any of those elements, then the agreement can never fulfill its purpose, and it can be either, if it fulfills the purpose, it can be a valid contract, otherwise it will be a void contract. Thank you.